A man was charged with 2 counts of manslaughter for allegedly killing a salsa dancer and Cardi B's friend when he ran a red light at 50 miles per hour and caused a car to crash into them. Leandro Diaz Ramirez, 28, was behind the wheel of the speeding BMW when he crashed into a Subaru, which then crushed the 2 pedestrians in Inwood, New York. Joel Adams, 31, and David Fernandez, 40, were killed in the August 3 crash, with artist Cardi B, who was a pal of the deceased, leading the tributes and memorializing Adams. Earlier that evening, Fernandez cut his friend Adams' hair, and the pair had gone for a drink before walking home on West 207th Street and Sherman Avenue around 4 a.m. Announcing the manslaughter charges against the Bronx man today, District Attorney Bragg said that continue to protect the safety of pedestrians and drivers on our streets. Leandro Diaz Ramirez is arraigned in Manhattan Supreme Court for causing the death of 2 pedestrians when he blew through a red light at high speed in Inwood earlier this year. Fernandez had cut Adams' hair, and the pair had gone for a drink before walking home around 4 a.m. Wednesday, a witness said. They both died from their injuries on August 3. Tributes poured out for the men, who are both well known in the Inwood neighborhood. The BMW Ramirez was speeding at 59 miles per hour north on Sherman Avenue when it collided with a Subaru Forester SUV headed in the opposite direction at the West 207th Street intersection, police said. He sped through a red light moments before the fatal crash. Ramirez was driving over double the speed limit. The impact launched the SUV onto the sidewalk, where it slammed into and crushed the 2 men. They died from their injuries earlier this year. The driver broke several ribs in his pelvis. Ramirez has now been indicted by the New York State Supreme Court with 2 counts of manslaughter in the 2nd degree, 1 count of assault in the 2nd degree, 2 counts of criminally negligent homicide and 3 counts of assault in the 3rd degree. District Attorney Alvin L. Bragg Jr. said, as alleged, this reckless speeding and driving ended in tragedy. Manhattanites should not be killed by drivers when they are simply walking in their neighborhood. We will continue to protect the safety of pedestrians and drivers on our streets. Leandro Diaz Ramirez, 28, was behind the wheel of the speeding BMW when he crashed into a Subaru, which then crushed the 2 pedestrians in Inwood, New York. The impact launched the Subaru onto the sidewalk, slamming into Fernandez and Adams, who were waiting to cross the street. Dramatic photos from the scene show the 2 men lying unconscious on the sidewalk as their blood spills onto the street. The SUV and BMW are heavily damaged from the collision. Joel Adams, 31, and David Fernandez, 40, died when a Subaru Forester SUV collided with another vehicle, then slammed into them on a Manhattan sidewalk. Cardi B posted a tribute to her story, saying that the crash took someone Sue loved, full of life and just all around amazing, leaving people destroyed. Tributes poured out for the men, who are both well known in the Inwood neighborhood. Cardi B posted to social media about her friend Adams. Stupidness, negligence, I hope the worst to who committed this. Took someone Sue loved, full of life and just all around amazing, leaving people destroyed. Surveillance video shows the horrific moment the 2 men were struck by the SUV. They appeared to be caught off guard as the massive vehicle suddenly came barreling toward them. Dramatic photos from the scene in the aftermath of the crash shows the 2 men lying unconscious on the sidewalk as their blood spills onto the street. The SUV and BMW are seen in the footage, having been heavily damaged in the collision. Family and friends gathered at a growing memorial at the scene of the crash to mourn the men, and shared good memories with local media. Adams' family said he was getting a late-night haircut by David Fernandez so that he would look fresh for his daughter's birthday celebration later in the day. He was just an amazing person, said Jalami Classe, a lifelong friend of Fernandez, told PIX11. The community loved Fernandez, a beloved barber, would cut and style the hair of anyone who'd ask, at any time. He even had celebrity clients like DJ Babyface and guitarist Max Santos. You call him at 2 a.m., he'd stay open just for you, his cousin Robert Gomez said. That's literally what happened. Fernandez was also known by a different name, David the Dancer. He was a salsa instructor and also a winner of many international salsa competitions, friends told local media. Cardi B memorialized Adams on her Instagram story hours after the early Wednesday morning crash that claimed Adams and Fernandez lives.